Greetings, Zach Strumbell here with IMT USA, and today we're going to go over some basic operating instructions for the woodpecker. Depending on the sterilization protocol at your facility, you may have a woodpecker that comes in a sterile wrap, or IMT USA offers a robust sterilization tray with some helpful features. We're ready to take the woodpecker out of the tray. So on the lid, you're going to slide these latches to the side and remove the lid. One of those helpful features, we see the basic operating instructions on this side, and we also have the sterilization protocol on this side. We're going to lift the woodpecker out of the tray and start with this end and gently lift the woodpecker hose out of the tray. As you can see here, this end is going to go into this set of brackets here, and it shows you on the bottom the screen printed diagram of what we have in the tray. Now we are ready to connect to our power source. IMT USA recommends the use of nitrogen as it is a dry manufactured gas. Where you want to start is at 100 psi. I already have this preset to 100 psi. Not exceeding 120 psi. If you go above that, there's a chance that the system can pressurize and you won't be able to get it apart. And when connecting or disconnecting the woodpecker from the power source or the woodpecker, you always want to make sure that you're going to use the fittings to do that. If you use this right here, this can pull off and you can damage the hose. You will not be able to use it. So I want to grab the fitting on the fitting end, and I'm going to put this into my power source, and I'm going to listen for 2 clicks. And now we're ready to connect the woodpecker to the power source, to the hose here. So this has a slide collar on it. What you're going to do is pull on the collar here and connect to the end of the woodpecker. And that will pressurize the device. Next, we're going to put a broach adapter on. This has been designed for use with the woodpecker. And depending on which system your doctor is using, your broach adapter may look a little different, but the functionality will still be the same. One nice thing about the woodpecker here, the nose piece is a push button nose piece. So in order to put in the adapter, you're just going to push this button down and slide the adapter in and let go. Another good feature about the woodpecker nose piece is this can be oriented in 90-degree increments. So depending on which approach your doctor is using, you may have a different setup, but there is variability with the system. So now we are ready to test the woodpecker. You want to make sure, again, that you're set at 100 psi, starting psi, and also that the flow control knob here is in a counterclockwise minus setting. When testing, you want to be sure that you're holding here and you're pushing towards the woodpecker. You never want to let the woodpecker run freely like this, because it can damage the nose piece of the woodpecker. So again, you're going to push towards the end of the woodpecker and pull the trigger bar and button together. So now we are ready to go. In order to put your broach in, depending on the hander you're using, it may be a little different. Just going to put the broach in, clamp down, and switching between sizes. Pull the broach off, put it back on, you're ready to go again. So now we're going to disconnect everything from the woodpecker. We're going to take the broach adapter out first and disconnect the woodpecker from the power source. We want to make sure again that we're not using this part of the hose to disconnect. We want to always use the fittings. So you're going to slide this collar back, and that will depressurize the woodpecker, and that can go back in the sterilization tray. And then grab the fitting here and remove from your power source. The first part that's going to go in is this end here. There's a set of brackets that you're going to put this part into. I'm going to put that in here like this. And then gently place the hose back in the sterilization tray. We're going to put the lid back on. And now this is ready to go back to sterilization. If you need any more additional information, a lot of the things I've gone over today are in the Woodpecker instruction manual, or if you have any more questions, my direct line is 651-288-0883. Thanks for joining us.